Hi, everybody. How are we doing? Happy New Year. Sorry, I was getting my pen because it's easier for me if I have a pen on hand so that I write down the names of the people that I'm calling on so I don't call on you too much. So, welcome. And today, basically, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about business meetings. So, we've been going on during our time together with whoever shows up at these AIU trainings. We have been going over business meetings and different tools to use during our business meetings in English. So today we're going to go over clarifying, participating, and closing meetings. Can everyone, just to confirm, can everyone see the PowerPoint? Thumbs up if we can see the PowerPoint. Okay, cool. All right, so business meetings. We are going to learn how to use polite clarification questions. We're going to learn how to make a short contribution, how to interject. Interject is when you interrupt politely in the course of a meeting to make a short contribution. We are going to use closing language. Sorry, I went around the opposite direction. We're going to signal understanding or not understanding. We're going to learn how to confirm something, and we're going to use closing language with simple next steps. Okay? Any questions at any time? Feel free to drop them into the chat. I have it open. All right. So we always have class agreements, and the class agreements are, we are kind and patient with each other. We are learning. So if we make mistakes, it's okay. We are going to jump in and try. I will call on you. If you don't get it perfectly well the first time, that's all right. We are here to listen, to learn. In other words, we give each other space to speak and practice. We're going to stay curious. We're going to ask questions. We're going to laugh, and we're going to enjoy the process. Why? Because as adult learners, if we're not enjoying it, we're not learning anything. And then I'm going to ask you that unless you're accessing the training on a phone, that you please put your phone or any other devices away, so we can focus on this 1 hour that we have together. Is that all good? Are we all good? Yep. Okay, cool. So this is our warm-up. When you enter a meeting in English, what is it that you generally say? Please type it into the chat box. Like I might say, good morning. What might you say when you enter a meeting? Anyone else? Abdul. Okay, let's see. Alexandra says hello. Abdul says hello, everyone. Perfect. Great. So what we do is we open ourselves up and we show that we are available. We want to be friendly and professional. Wonderful. Moving on. So today's activities. Today we are going to have a very distinct rhythm as we go through our activities. So as we learn vocabulary, we will immediately practice it. And practice using it by selecting the appropriate phrase. So there are phrases included in this PowerPoint and in a vocabulary list that I'm going to share with everyone right now. So if you can, pull the vocabulary list up, okay? All right, there it is. Okay, so now everyone should have some vocabulary for business meetings that pertains to today's topic. All right, so here are some key phrases that we use when checking understanding. What do we mean by checking understanding? We mean that we are either expressing that we are having a problem understanding, that we are confirming that we understand what is being said, or that we are expressing that we're kind of lost. So, for instance, some key phrases we might use are, sorry, I didn't catch that, which means, sorry, I didn't understand that. We might say, can you say it another way? Which means that we're asking people to explain it differently. I'm not sure I understand. That's very clear. You're having a hard time getting the concept that's being explained. What is the key point? So I know that it's happened to me in meetings. I'm sure it's happened to everyone else, that you're in a meeting and someone is just saying many, many things at the same time. And you're like, what's the point? What does he mean to say? What does he want me to walk away with from this? So what is the key point? What is another thing that we could say is we could say, what is the gist of what you are saying? Do you mean? Do you mean is when we do active listening. Active listening is when someone tells us something and we repeat what they're saying to us. So if someone says, I think tomorrow I'll be arriving at 10 past 10, for example, we might say, do you mean, and then they're supposed to be at work at 9. Do you mean that you will be late? We're asking for clarification. It's a way of asking for clarification. Okay. Any questions? Hey, Dale, nice to see you. Okay. All right. So then let's go with this one. Here we have an activity. So we're going to practice the vocabulary, the concepts in the vocabulary we just went through. You're in a meeting and someone says, we might shift, and I'm going to add some clarification on meanings of things just to make sure. To shift is equal to change. The delivery may be Friday morning unless the vendor updates the shared folder first. So, which is the best clarification question for this statement? Who wants to go first? Who wants to be called on? Which is the question? Which question or statement would best clarify? We might shift the delivery, maybe Friday morning, unless the vendor updates the shared folder first. Abdul. A. Perfect. Yes, correct. That is the nicest way of saying it. Yes, because I don't understand anything you said could be abrasive. It could be offensive. So yes, correct. The right answer is, sorry, I didn't catch that. What is the delivery day? Perfect. Next one. So now we want to find the key point. What is the gist of what this person is saying? Marketing asked us to combine 2 reports, but only the second one needs numbers. And the formatting must follow the Q4, Q meaning quarter. Let me add this here. Q4 template, not the Q3 version. So the question would be, Abdul, perfect. Yes. Correct. I'm not sure I understand. What is the key point? Wonderful. Of the options on that vocabulary list I sent, are there any others that might work? Did you guys, do you all have the vocabulary list, correct? The business meetings form, you all have it, correct?
No.
Yes?
I am not having access to the chat point.
You don't have access. Who is saying this? Who's saying that they
Um,
don't have access?
Jean Ronald,
Okay. Let me see.
Well,
Renee?
yes, well, everyone should have access. If you go to the chat, everyone
If,
should have access to the chat.
and if you guys can make sure to send your responses where it says everyone in the chat so that we can all see it, that would be awesome. Okay, so in the vocabulary table, right, that I shared with you all, let me confirm one thing. Can everyone still see the PowerPoint?
I can see the PowerPoint, Angela, but it's like blurry. Key point
Okay.
finder. I see key point finder, but it's like blurry.
Okay. All right.
Okay, now.
Now you can see it. Okay, it's because it went into a separate window because I was looking at the vocab sheet. What other phrases could you use from the vocabulary sheet? In addition to, I'm not sure I understand. What is the key point? Any suggestions? What about, could you clarify? Could you clarify which report needs numbers? We can always ask, can you clarify as well? Hold on, I'm pulling it up here so that I also have the vocabulary here for you all on hand so we can work on it together. We can also say, do you mean that? The formatting needs to follow the Q4 template, but the second one needs. Hi, oh, sorry, Rene said hi, everyone. And I was like, hey. All right, Abdul answered. Could you explain that point again? Yes, perfectly. Wonderful. That is another example. Wonderful. Well done, Abdul. You're going to be my star student today. Okay, next. All right, so now if we move on to, do you mean? We're revising so here we have, we're going to ask for clarification again. We're revising the agenda because the client might join late. So the demo could move after the quick win summary, but only if we finish the onboarding review earlier, I'm sorry. So this is very complicated. So which option correctly confirms meaning? A, perfect, yes. Do you mean the demo is later? Perfect. Now, I want to state a couple of things. We could also say, kindly, this is very confusing. Do you mean the demo is later? But what we're really trying to clarify is the meaning of what was said, okay? All right, wonderful. So now we're going to move on to key phrases that have to do with participating. Alexandre said something. Perfect. Alexandre and Abdul are going to be my star students. Okay, next, I'm going to start calling on people because they're the only ones that are active. Okay, for key phrasing, phrases on participating, we can say, excuse me, can I say something? May I add, say something? One moment, please, because it's the way we're kind of stop the conversation to add something of our own. We can say, can I add something? We can say, I have a question, or I think. Okay, those are phrases that we might use. In our vocabulary sheet, we also have, excuse me. It's a polite way of interrupting, right? For me, and then you state your opinion. So we would say, for me, it seems that, in your opinion, or we could just do, for me, plus opinion. I'm putting it in the chat so you guys have the format. We could say, if someone asks us for an update, we could say my update is long, short, or go straight into the update. We could say if we're not ready, I'm not ready, my part is not ready. We could say I want to add plus something small, something big. I want to add an idea, whatever you want to add. Okay, so let's try it. Let's practice this. We're going to practice it again, okay? So we're going to go, I'm going to start calling on people.
I'm sorry, this is Blanca. It's now open the chat. I can use the chat.
Okay, can you see it, Blanca?
I'm see the phone, but I don't see the chat. I can use the chat.
Rene, Socorro.
Okay, let me check. Okay, Angela. So do you see messages that we're on the chat right now where it says everyone? You have like a few icons there. You can see our picture where it says
Yeah.
everyone. You have to go where it says everyone.
That's where I've put all my messages.
Exactly. I can see your message as well.
I'm see
Okay.
the chat just the picture, but now I can to write in the chat. It's
Oh,
not
She
the
can't write in the chat.
You cannot write into the chat?
Yeah, I can use the chat. Just I'm see
Oh,
what they're writing for the teacher, but I can see. I can writing right now.
okay.
Okay, well,
Because-
Blanca, you interrupt. You raise your hand. And I'll call on you. Okay, everyone's like, oh, it's okay now. Okay, good. That makes me happy.
Okay.
Okay. So next. Jump in politely. Okay, so marketing will share the draft later and finance wants a quick check and then we can move to the new budget discussion. What is the best way to be polite and interrupt that conversation? Okay, I see you, Blanca. Okay, do we want to say A, stop talking? B, yes, Dale, B. Excuse me, can I say something? And we definitely don't want to say, I don't want to listen. Wonderful. Yay. You guys can also raise your hand and speak out because I like to hear your voices. Otherwise, I feel alone. Okay. Okay. That was funny. I make myself laugh. Okay. So then next, moving in, another one. Giving an update. If someone tells you, could you please share your update? Which response is more appropriate? A, my update is very short. B, I don't care. And C, please speak lower.
A is better. My update is very short.
Thank you, Dale. I feel less lonely. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. So you're correct. A, my update is very short. So now, since I want all of you to talk and to speak with me, I'm going to ask you a question about giving me an update. So, Blanca, please give me an update on the first week of January.
Please speak slower. I
Yes.
understand, but not so
Okay.
good. Thank
You're
you.
doing great, Blanca.
Thank you.
Please give me an update on the first week of January. I'm going to put it in the chat so you can read it too, okay? Blanca.
I'm sorry. Please speak lower. The C.
Okay, can you see it?
In
the chat.
But okay, let me write it.
Good. But I want you now, but what I'm asking is for your update. So you could say, my update is that the first week of January was very busy, for example. Or, for instance, let's see, where's Dale? Dale, tell me, give me an update on your first week of, I love it, Blanca. I love it. Give me an update on your first week of January, please.
An update.
On your first week of January, how was your first week of January?
Oh, in that sense. Yes, it's very tranquil, good, and taking a shortcut. No, short vacation, so it's quiet and good.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to start putting you people on the spot this way. I think it works better because I get to hear your voices. Okay. So we're moving on. Key phrases, staying in the meeting. This is how we let people know that we're still around. So, yes, I'm here. I'm listening. I'm listening. We can say I'm listening. 1 second, please, if we're going to be interrupted. I'm checking the document. I'm writing it down. I'm sorry, there's a typo there. That's not supposed to, so I'll correct it afterward. We can say I'm writing it down. You can also say I am taking notes. I'm with you. I'm with you. That means that you're following someone along in a conversation. Let me check. Let me check is like, I'm going to confirm. We can say, so the plan is. That's when you kind of summarize what you've been told. I'm with you. We mentioned that before. And I'm checking the file now. These are some examples where you can show people that you're still engaged in what's going on. So here we go, an example. Ready? There you go, Jean-Renaud. I'm listening. Yes, I love it. Okay. So if I say, we are in a Zoom room together and the Wi-Fi is weak, and I ask, hey, you guys, are you still there? Can you hear me? What can you say?
Yes, I'm here.
Perfect, Jean. Perfect. What else can you say of the list of things that we said? Are you all listening? You can say, I'm listening. I hear you. Perfect.
Yes.
I'm listening. I hear you. What else can we say? I'm taking notes. Because we're in a class, right? You can say I'm taking notes because we're in a class. Perfect. All right. Following the plan. So this is we're in a meeting and someone gives you a plan. First, you check the file, then you write the notes, then you share. Which is the best confirmation phrase? I'm bored. I'm with you. I don't want to do this. Perfect. I get you. Yes. Perfect. B, I'm with you. Yes. Excellent. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great. We can also say, let me write this down. That's also a way of confirming, right? That you're listening. Let me write this down. Because we're confirming that we're listening and we're taking notes on what's happening. Or we could say, hold on. Hold on is, take it slowly. Let me take notes on that. Those are some examples. Okay. How are we on time? because you all are so quiet. Oh, we're very, very, we're all right. We're moving along quickly. So we're going to go back because we've gone so quickly that we're going to review some of our key phrases. So I'm going to give you an example of a situation, and I want you all to tell me which of these key phrases you would use. I need to get that website, and I'll type it in here. I need to get that website wrapped up by close of business, by CO, let's do this, by COB. I need to get that website wrapped up by COB. How did you understand it? How would you check that you understood it? Use one of these phrases. Somebody. Priscilla. Priscilla, are you there? Sabina, are you there? I saw your face come into the image, so I'm going to, Sabina.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay,
with
if
you.
I'd say,
I'm
I
listening.
need to get
Yes,
this
thank you.
website wrapped up by COB. What phrase could you use? Okay, to check understanding. Alexandre says, I'm not sure I understand. What other phrase could we use?
I can say yes, I'm here with you.
You could say, yes, I'm with you. Okay, great, great. So that means that you're understanding. Alexandre is not sure he understands, so he could ask, what is COB? I'm not sure I understand what COB is, in which case I would say, COB is close business. For example, let's do another one. Let me think. So this is another example where you're going to use the right phrase to identify the key point. Okay. So I'm going, your colleague is sick, and I'm going to type it in here. So you all can read it as well. Your colleague is sick and is in the hospital. She, is very behind on her project, and we will need someone to step up and take over. It needs to be done by next week with a draft delivered Wednesday. Okay, so I'm putting this in the chat. So this is what I need for you all to use one of these terms to figure out or to identify what the gist, what the key point of what I'm saying is. So what phrase would you use of the ones here in the PowerPoint or in the vocabulary sheet? What would you use to help to identify what the key point is?
So the person wants me to help someone, but I am not sure exactly where the person is.
Okay, great. Great. That's a very good, Jean-Ronald. So basically you could say, do you mean I have to, you could ask this actually. What project is behind. You could say, what colleague is sick? Because you don't know who the colleague is, right? You could ask, if you know what projects are going on, you could say, do you mean you, wait a minute. So you mean you need help with X project, for example. Are you guys following me? Any questions? Any questions? Thumbs up if we're all on the same page, please.
Yeah, everything is okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other thumbs up? Any questions? No. Okay, so then we're going to move on. We're going to do the same thing with the participating. Okay, so this is an example. Thank you, Sabina. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, so here's another example. So we are in a class, you're in a meeting. This is the example. You're in the meeting and there is someone who is going through a list of things that they want to have done. But they're not specifying who needs to do it. So, what are some questions that you might ask from this list here, from these key phrases, or from your sheet to interrupt that person and get clarification?
Yes, I could say, okay, thank you. I see what you mean, but would you tell me exactly what you want me to do for you?
Yes, perfect. That is a good example. That is a wonderful example. Yes. Thank you. Yes, you interrupt politely. Again, we always want to interrupt politely. Perfect. Another example. Anyone else? Abdul. I think. Perfect. Alexandra. I think. Yes. I think I need for you to tell me who is supposed to do what. For example. Okay, great. Let's try another one. So we're going to go to the key phrases for staying in the meeting. Okay. Let's think about this. I'll give you an example. You are looking at your phone in the middle of a meeting, and your supervisor is explaining, oh, I like that, Abdul, very good. Do you need my help? Yes, wonderful. For the past exercise. So you're in a meeting and you get a message on your phone, and the message on your phone is about a document that is being discussed in the meeting. And your supervisor thinks that you're not paying attention. So your supervisor says, for instance, Priscilla, are you with us? What can you respond? Priscilla or Alexandra or anyone? Alexandra, I saw you unmute yourself. What would you respond?
I'll say, I'm with you. I'm checking the documents.
Perfect. Shireen, you were going to say something. What else could you say? Perfect, Stephen. I think this is going to help. Shireen, I'm sorry. You were going to say something?
Yes, I wanted to ask a question, please.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't understand. Though I'm late, so I don't know what is going on. Please, can you maybe clarify or summarize?
Oh, you mean in the class in general?
Yes, yes.
So what we're doing is we're going over phrases that we can use during meetings to clarify, participate, show that we're staying in the meeting, showing that we're still present. So for instance, on a conference call, right? Or
Yes.
even now that I'm talking to you all, if everyone's very quiet and I don't see anyone's faces, I might say, hey, are you with me? And people can say, yes, I'm here, or I'm with you, or I'm listening, or I'm checking the vocabulary sheet that you sent. Did you get the vocabulary sheet, Shireen? Have you seen the vocabulary sheet? Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm with you. Perfect. Did you get it? She's cutting out. Could you type it in the chat?
Yes.
Because the purpose of this, okay, perfect. Yes, well done. Well done, Shireen. Great. Perfect. Okay. So then, so if, yes, I am listening attentively. Perfect. Yes. Here's another example. So if I'm going to tell you guys what the sequence or the order of events is from now until the rest of the class, until the end of the class, okay? So next, we're going to go over closing and next steps. And we are also going to do an exercise that's like a confidence anchor. It's to make sure that that you understand and that you can practice the phrases that we worked on. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys if you understand what I've just said. So I've given you the sequence of events. Are you with me? Are you following me? I lost my mouse. Perfect. You're following me. Perfect. Are we on the same page? To be on the same page means that we all understand the same thing. Are we all on the same page? Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So now we're going to talk about closing and next steps. Yes, we are on the same track. Beautiful, Jean-Ronald. Okay. So if we say key phrases, closing and next steps, we can say, thanks, that's clear. That's all from me. Good meeting if we're closing it off. We can say, I will check and confirm if there's something that's still, thank you, Sabina. Yes, wonderful. I will check and confirm if there's something that we have to, that's still pending. Let me write that in there because that's a good phrase. When something is still pending, it is unresolved. We can talk about when we're going to meet next. We will meet again we will meet next on such and such date. We can also say in a more colloquial way, we can say, I've got you. Meaning, I understand we're on the same page. We're good. We can say we are good. We are solid. We are golden. Those are colloquial ways of saying everything is wonderful. We can move on. Okay. I personally like we're golden. It brings that little shiny, everything shiny and new feeling to me. Anyway, all right. So let's go through an example. So when we close a meeting, one sentence to close, please. These are actually kind of funny if you look at the options. A, choose the best closing meeting phrase. That's all from me, meaning I'm done. Perfect. Yes, I'm leaving. Bye. Or B, no more meetings ever. Yes, A. That's all from me. We can also say I'm leaving. We're good. You can also say that we're good. I'm leaving. We are good. Because one thing to realize is that some of these answers may not be incorrect per se. It depends a lot on context too, right? So for instance, one sentence to close, please. And you're with a group of with a very, very good close team where your colleagues are your friends. In that context, you might say, okay, no more meetings ever. And everyone laughs and everyone goes their own way. Do you get me? I'm leaving. Thank you. Okay, perfect. You might say, I'm leaving. Okay, good. Yes, we're good. You want to add something positive before the I'm leaving? Yes, we're good. I'm leaving. Thank you. Perfect. Well done. Okay. Let's go for another one. Confirm next steps. Okay. If I say, if someone says, what is the next step? Which answer clearly states a next step? A, next step, I'll send the file today. B, maybe later. I don't know. C, this is confusing. A, perfect. Can you guys give me some other examples of from your own work experience of sentences that could be a next step sentence? I'll inform you later. Perfect. Perfect. What else? More examples. We could say, I will get back to you. Let's move on to the next file. Yes, perfect. What else? We could even move on to great. We could say great. What's the next step? Scheduling the follow-up. Scheduling the follow-up. The follow-up is a follow-up meeting is a meeting that comes immediate after the meeting that we're holding now to conclude something that has not been concluded. We could also say, great, move on. Yes, we could say, I will check in next week. If, for instance, yes, Abdul? Oh, you're clapping. Okay. We could also say, I will send the minutes or notes / notes later today. Those are some examples of things that we could say when we are closing out. You know, when we're in the process of closing out a meeting and figuring out next steps. We'll see about it later. That's good too. Especially if there are items that we put on the parking lot. This is a good phrase for you to know. The parking lot list are the list of items, list of topics that come up that are not directly related to the meeting. So for instance, sometimes you'll be in a meeting and something will come up that's important, but it's not exactly relevant to what's being discussed. That is a parking lot item. Okay? Do you understand? You guys with me? Thumbs up, thumbs down, middle thumbs, up, down, all around. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dale. All right. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a quick confidence anchor. So this is kind of an exercise to kind of wrap up what we've learned. And what I want, and now each of you, I want you to pull up the PDF that I sent with the vocabulary. And I want each of you to give me one phrase that you are comfortable using in each of the situations that we have discussed. So I'm going to start with my talkers, either in the chat or that have used their voice in the course of the class. And then I'm going to call on the silent ones. I'm just letting the silent ones know now so they can prep. So, Abdul. Could I restate my point? Yes, clarifying. Very good. All right, what about participating? What's your participating phrase? All right. While we wait for his clarifying phrase, okay, may I add something? Perfect. Would you like to what would you like to clarify about? Perfect. Would you like to clarify? Exactly. What about you, Dale? What's your clarifying phrase?
Do I understand the point? What's the key point?
Perfect. Thank you. Blanca, what's your clarifying phrase? Okay, Sabina, what's your clarifying phrase? Sabina.
Yes, yes.
What's your clarifying phrase? How would you ask for clarification?
I will say, please, can I have some clarification on such a point? For
Perfect.
example, number 3 or number 2 or number 4. Thank you.
Perfect. Wonderful. Jean, I saw you unmute. You're unmuted. So I'm going for you now.
Yes. I would like you to be clearer on what you just said.
Perfect. Wonderful. All right, let's go with the participating. So Abdul already added, may I add something? What else? What other phrases can we use to participate? Peter, you've been very quiet. We've never met before. Peter? Okay, Peter's not answering. What about you, Shireen? Okay, anyone? I think we've covered the essentials. Okay, that's good. That is a closing point. Perfect. Anyone else want to add a closing point? A closing comment? You'd like to add something on that? Perfect. That is a participating. He wants to add something to the closing, to the essentials that have been covered. I like the way this is flowing, Alexandre. Okay, next. Who else? Anybody else want to add a clarifying, participating, or closing point?
Let us close with the last topic.
Okay, wonderful. Let us close. Perfect.
Thank you.
A little louder,
It
Jean.
was a very
I didn't
good-
hear you.
Thank you. It was a very good meeting.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Shireen said, thank you for a good meeting. Sabina added, may I also say that we can also use AOB, any other business, as something that was not on the agenda? Yes, you are correct, Sabina. That is correct. So AOB and parking lot are the same concept. Thank you so much. Alexandre, I think we are done. Perfect. Yes. How would you confirm? Give me a confirming phrase because we're wrapping it up now. Confirm what you've learned.
By making a summary, giving a conclusion, like a summary of the topic. Thank you.
Perfect. I'm going to send a summary of the class. Rene could say, I'm going to send feedback on how the class went. For instance, he could say that. I'm going to send feedback, or I'm going to send a follow-up email with the vocabulary list, for example. What else? Anyone else? Any questions, answers, comments? Things you want to add, things you think I should have added? Any questions?
We're done for today.
We're done for today. Rene, the group is saying we're done for today.
I think it was clear. There's no question.
Okay.
I can say this was a great reminder for us how to manage our meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope it was helpful. I think
Yes.
when are we going to meet again? I love that question, Abdul. I think that one of the things to remember when we have meetings, right?
I hope to see you soon.
Exactly. Is that, you want to bring that kind of energy. You want to make sure that people are engaged. You want to acknowledge people. So what I do in these classes, especially people with like Dale, who's been in several classes with me, like it's very important to make sure that people are engaged. So for instance, I could say, Blanca, are you with me? Are you getting it? Do you have any questions? Making sure that people feel included without calling them out, if that makes sense. And I hope I do that okay. Rene. Thank you, Abdul. Rene?
Yes, Angela. Well, I think that if there's no more questions, no comments, no feedbacks, I think we're done for today.
Any feedback? Is there anything that you'd like for me to do differently in future classes? Anything you think I could do better? Anything you could do I could do to make the class more fun?
As for me, I think it was a very good class. It was a very good class. Thank you very much, Professor Angela. I really appreciate the class. Thank you very much. And I hope the next classes would be the same.
Thank you so much, Jean. Sabina, you were going to say something.
I was going to say, if we can have like a complete structure of from the beginning up to the end, how meetings should run and how we can put the minutes and things like that, that will be great.
Okay, so you want one on like, you'd like a class on meeting structures, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's a very good proposal, yes.
And maybe notes as well, or just you can give us a notes and then we can follow from it. Thank you.
Okay, that sounds good. Now you're giving me an idea. All right, thank you guys. Have a wonderful new year because it's the new year, 2026.
Yes. Thank you.
Have a blessed year also.
Absolutely. You guys take care.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for being in the class. And as I said previously, should be recorded, should be in your student section. And by Monday, and always remember that if you have questions, you have doubts, you can always contact your tutor, or even though you can contact me directly, Rene Gordon. And I wish a happy new year to everyone. Happy new year to you as well, Angela. Thank you very much for sharing this knowledge with us and for being with us for all this time. And we appreciate that.
Thank you. I love hanging out with you guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Everyone. Bye.
Next weekend.
Thank you. Bye-bye.